Yo, this is Gyromancer here, and we are back with some more Minecraft XLSurvival. And you may notice something sticking out of the back of my arm there. If we go back around, then I have a sword on my back. It's a bit glitchy in my armor. If we take this off, you can tell a bit better. What this is I have a new mod installed that is an aesthetics mod, and it's client side, so it's like the lighting mod that I have. So it doesn't actually affect the server or the people in any way. It just makes me look different. So yeah, and I just added a sword on the back. It's basically just more things that you can do to your characters. It's kind of like extra customization after your skin. There's a website where you go onto it and you just add stuff. I can't actually remember what it's called. But yeah. So we have multiple things to go over today. First of all, I installed lighting on the floor here because I was getting really annoyed at the amount of mobs that were just spawning in my base, especially now that it's a lot bigger. So I would be like all the way down that hallway, and then I would come back and suddenly there would be a bunch of mobs all around here. So I don't have that issue anymore. Also, you see a chicken there, and also if we head down here, Todd put a bunch of various, like he put chickens and sheep into our horse pen here. Also, when I was off adventuring with Todd some, I found a zombie horse. So we now have a zombie horse along with our two skeleton horses. And then also, if we head to spawn here, there is a new portal here. Todd found a mesa biome, and so that is super cool. I like this area. As soon as I found it, I just took my nether star pickaxe here, and just like took this whole area out, because that's super useful, because hardened clay is one of the like most used building materials like that people use. Like once they're kind of further on in the game and they're actually like updating, like building cool stuff. And so yeah. So now we actually have a source of that, because usually people go and find a mesa biome in order to use it to get enough hardened clay, because actually just making clay and smelting it, like the amount of hardened clay you get is barely anything. So this is really helpful. There's also red sand, so I collected some of that. So yeah. Another thing you might notice, that looks really cool. Another thing you might notice is on my health bar I have 4 hearts instead of the usual 10. I mean, I have 4 extra. And so I've added a couple more add-ons to Slimefun. One of them is a Zelda Hearts plugin, and so if you kill withers or giants or dragons, meaning the Ender Dragon, then you get these heart canisters, and you right-click with them, and then they give you another heart. You can get a total of a whole nother row of hearts. So since I've killed 4 withers, I got 4 heart canisters. I also killed giants, but I didn't. I'll just kill more giants if I want more. Because I went back and gave myself those heart canisters, because usually withers should drop them, but since I added the plugin on later, I didn't get them, but since I worked hard to get them, I just decided to give them to myself. Also, when you fight mobs, they'll occasionally drop hearts, and so when you pick it up, then it'll heal half of a heart. So when you're out killing mobs, then you can actually be regenerating your health from killing them. Also, I built a soul forge, which is this thing over here. What a soul forge allows you to do is you can take broken spawners. And the way you get broken spawners is, one time in a ruin I found this pickaxe of containment, and you destroy a mob spawner with the pickaxe of containment and you break up a mob spawner, but you break up a broken mob spawner, and then you right click on the mobs on the soul forge with your broken spawner and you get a reinforced spawner. So we have 2 reinforced zombie spawners here because I've found 2 zombie spawners over time underground. There's actually one like right next to spawn. So yeah. Also, you know how I built this autonomous washer that can wash cobblestone into gravel here? Well, actually, well, I had a redstone timer. There's a redstone like clock running behind here that usually activates this, but every time I would like unload the chunk and then load it back up again, half the time it wouldn't, the clock wouldn't be going again. And so I actually installed this lever here and changed up the clock so you can turn it on here with this lever and then turn it off when you're done. And I'll show you what the redstone actually looks like because I have another one over here. It's the same thing because this is the sawmill, which if you put wood in it, then you can get 8 wood out of wood. You can get 8 wooden planks out of wood instead of the regular 4, so you double the output of planks. But I've set up a little clock here so that we can have this dispenser place it down for us, so we don't have to place it down, hit that, place it down, hit that. We can just keep hitting this and we'll get wood because the dispenser will place the oak wood down for us. So the way this works is we just have a lever that runs some redstone over here to this comparator, and it's in the negative mode, and so it gets a signal, sends it here, it goes back around. It's like the regular it's basically just like a regular clock, except we have a comparator here which allows us to have an input on the side and an input on the back. So the back input basically just turns it on, and then this keeps going. So yeah, so if we actually turn it on here, then you can see it at work. And we can actually set this all the way to only 1 tick, and it will work, unlike a lot of other clocks that use, basically all other clocks that use dispensers. Just a second. Okay, there we go. So we have to... Oh, that's a glitch. That wood actually isn't there. I have it all like right here, I think. I don't know, it's acting funny. So yeah, it goes to this dispenser which places the wood here, and then we can chop it up. So we'll just seal this back up, and then we'll put wood in here. And every time it places one, we can chop it ourselves. It's a bit inefficient because it places, you can't just hold down because then it will act as though it's a crafting table like that. See? So you have to actually hit it when the block gets there. And the other thing about it is if the block is already there, and then it will just spit it out. So we have to actually get the timing just right. But yeah, now we don't have room in our inventory for the rest of the wood, but so yeah, and then we can just shut it off right here. So there's actually there's a piece of wood left. Two pieces actually. There we go. Okay. Cool. And we have a bunch of junk in our inventory. Mostly wood, actually. We'll go stick this all in here, and then we'll go collect the rest of our wood. And that chicken keeps laying eggs. So yeah, that's that, and then so I'll put this redstone away. And then today, I think I'm going to use these reinforced spawners to actually build a mob XP farm using these. I think we'll set it up somewhere down this hallway. Because it will be quite noisy when the zombies are around, so I don't know where we should put it. Which is why I think we're going to put it... Really? Okay. He opened the gate and then left. So now the mobs are getting out. I think I'm just going to keep them in there because having a stream of eggs and stuff is useful. Here we go. Okay, I have some leads here. Come on, dudes. Sheep can't fit through a one... Oh, there we go. Okay, there's one of them. There's the other one. And no chicken. Okay, chicken, you go in there. Actually, I think we can use seeds and wheat to get them to follow us. Yeah, the chickens will follow us with the seeds. And then we can open the gates here and bring all the chickens in. And then we can use the leads for the sheep, since there's a lot less of them. Okay, chickens are annoying. Where's my other lead? Here it is. I don't know how Todd managed to get all the mobs to go in here, because this is simply a pain. Come on, dudes. Stop fighting over which one goes first. Just get in, chicken. Okay, yeah, I'll be back. I'll sort this out, and I'll kind of start working on the mob spawner. So, yeah. Okay, folks, I think we're actually going to be going for a very basic design here. I just have a room. I'll place one down here. Place another one down here, and we'll place 2 slabs right there. So the bottom is where the XP can go, and the top is where we can hit them and kill them. And then the XP can come out from the bottom. And so if we're around the area for a while, then we can get quite a few zombies in there, and then we can just kill them all. I'll probably improve these at some point, so that they actually like fall and do damage or something. But for now, we can just have a basic design. And now we have a flow of XP coming out through here. And because we're using these slabs here, we won't have baby zombies won't be able to run through here. And then there's a hopper that collects all the stuff here. Though it actually picks up the hearts, which you're not supposed to be able to do, because you can't actually pick them up as a player, because they just give you health back. Because once you are near them, then they just disappear. So we've already gotten quite a bit of XP out of this. So I'll just be like around my base doing various stuff, and then we'll let a few, like the zombies, build up inside there, and then we can come by and take them all out and get quite a bit of XP. And I actually have a looting sword, so if we actually like wanted their stuff, then we could use that. But I don't really care about the loot that you get from them. So yeah, see, that baby zombie was able to make it, but if we have this slab here, then it can't. And thanks to this sword, it doesn't take very long to actually take them out. So yeah, that's how that works. I think one actually spawned inside the like ground, inside the wall, because I can hear it suffocating. It's kind of funny. Yeah, I can actually see it taking damage. That's funny. Oh, it's a giant. That's what it is. That's why it's dying. We could actually go in there and kill it and get another heart canister. Yeah, we got another heart canister from the giant. See, now we have an extra heart. Cool. So now that that's set up, I don't know what we'll do the rest of the episode, but I will be back. Okay, folks, so you know how a while back Todd was building this big fake space station thing out here, which is supposed to be kind of a prank that had to do with hover pads, and it's this big thing that's outside my window. And so, but he's never going to finish it, and so he's going to blow it up with TNT, and we're going to watch it here from the hover pad. Let's turn this off. So I think he's about to light it. Yep, there we go. And then he's skedaddling. He has a elemental wind staff as well. It didn't go all the way off. There's like, I think it's also there's gonna be a break there as well. Oh no, it slid. that wasn't too spectacular, but we haven't used TNT much on this server so far, so yeah. One of the things that was added to Slimefun lately from one of the add-ons was nukes, but I actually disabled them because I didn't want people to be like using them to blow up people's whole houses and things like that, so I turned them off. So you can't actually get them anymore. But that reminds me to show you some of the stuff that was added from some of the Slimefun add-ons. I talked about the Zelda Hearts plugin, but I didn't talk about the other add-ons I got. The nuke is from one called Slime Industry. Kind of like, it's supposed to be like Slime Industry, but it's Slime Industry. Kind of as a play on words. Let's see here. Okay. One of the other ones we got was Exotic Gardens. And it actually grows, there's berry bushes and fruit trees that you can get. And they'll spawn naturally in the world in new loaded chunks, but you can also get them just from breaking glass. And so these are berry bushes, and if you punch them, then it destroys like the leaves, and then you get a berry out of it. So these are great bushes. What are these? Raspberries, blackberries, more grapes. Here's some more. Elderberry. Let's see what this one is. More elderberries. And then here's a fruit tree here, and it actually has, I think this is a cherry tree. There's cherries on it here, and you can break these cherries and get cherries. Actually, this is a pomegranate. I think I have cherries. No, I think I only have pomegranates. There are cherry trees. There are coconuts, cherries, and pomegranates, and then there are grapes, raspberries, blueberries, cranberries, blackberries, elderberries, and cowberries. So we don't have cowberries or blueberries. Yeah. Or cranberries. The way that these fruits actually work is these are player heads that are actually textured to look like a fruit. So up here we have a palm tree, and there's coconuts on it. So you can see these coconuts. Though the funny thing is I actually grew it right there, and so it actually went inside this the cliff here, and there's a coconut growing inside here. So there's a coconut. So yeah, there are all sorts of. This is kind of interesting. A snowy palm tree. In real life, a palm tree would just die. So yeah. Though the one disappointing thing is that, well, I think that's just the way it kind of has to be, is that when you plant, so when you plant the bushes grow all the time, so you can continue to get berries out of them. But the trees, you'll grow the trees, and once you collect all the stuff off of them, then they won't produce fruit anymore. So you just have to chop them down and grow another one. Because this was a pomegranate tree, but I took all the pomegranates off it. So yeah, I'll be back. Oh yeah, so another thing I forgot to mention was I actually finally crafted a gun here. So we have a, this is a rifle. And they're kind of cool, but they're not exactly practical because the recoil on them is crazy. So you can zoom in with them. And Todd has one too. He actually found his in a ruin, whereas I had to actually like craft mine, which sucks because it requires it requires a reinforced alloy ingot, which is like the most expensive ingot in the game, so that really stinks. I'm actually almost out of ammo here. And now the skeletons are after me. So, yeah, and you can put all the ammo here. I only actually have 8 ammo left. If we actually go here, I can craft more of it. So here's some basic rifle ammo. And then we can stick it all in here. So, yeah, that's another thing that has happened. And I think we're actually going to end the episode here. We actually done quite a bit this episode. So, yeah. I will see you all in the next episode. Later.